Hello, good afternoon, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. Welcome again to another episode of Halftime TV, and this is our final preview for the 100-meter semifinal for women. Now, in this particular semifinal, I expect everyone to be on the edge of their seats. Why? We have Shakari Richardson, who is coming of age, and we have Shelly and Fraser-Pryce, who is looking to bow out on a high. Both of them are lining up in this particular semifinal, along with some other big names. So it may very well be a case where someone has to miss out based on the quality of the field. We'll go into that in a couple of minutes, but remember, smash the like button and subscribe to Halftime TV if you haven't yet done so. What we'll be doing now, we'll be sharing our screen so you guys can follow us while we go through who the starters are for this semifinal number 2, and you can see it on my screen. You can see what the thumbnail says. The thumbnail for this one says podium semifinal. Why? Because I think the athletes lining up in this semifinal could very well be 1, 2, 3 in any 100-meter final at the World Championship or at the Olympic Games. So the starters: Rosemary Chukwuma, Nigeria, personal best and season best of 10.88. Bree Masters out of Australia, 11.23 and 11.26. Mani Lancico, Great Britain, 10.99, her personal best. Gina Bass, Gambia, 10.93. Shelly and Fraser-Pryce, 10.60. Julian Alfred, 10.78. Shakari Richardson, 10.65. We have Patricia van der Vieken out of Luxembourg, 11 flat. And Gladimar Torres out of Puerto Rico, 11.12. 11.12 she registered in the first round, and that was also a national record for Puerto Rico. So your guess is as good as mine. I'm going to throw it over to you, the viewers and subscribers, to hear who you have winning this one. What's your 1, 2, 3 in this particular 100 meters? Personally, I think it will be Shakari, followed by Shelly and Fraser-Pryce, and then coming in third. Well, Shakari followed by Julian Alfred, and then coming in third, Shelly and Fraser-Pryce. But that's my view. Let's hear what your thoughts are. I think Shelly and Fraser-Pryce, she's done so much. She's been competing. I think this is what, for 2008, 2012, 2016. This is her 5th Olympic Games, and she's delivered on every single one. And this time, I think last Olympics, she announced that even before the Olympic Games, she'll be looking to hang up her spikes, but finish on a high. So she'll be doing everything in her power to ensure that she makes it through to the final of these Olympic Games. But we know how it is. Not all the time things work out how we want them to. And in this particular case, she has competition in the form of Gina Bass and Julian Alfred. Julian Alfred, who I think is in the form of her life this season, as you can see to the right of your screen, 10.78 is her season's best and also her personal best. So I expect Julian Alfred to come up big in this particular race. I expect her to deliver on what we know she can do. And again, it's just one of those things where you get to a point where you have to understand that, okay, you're not where you used to be. And I know that we said this at the last World Championship, and we spoke about that's what we've heard. We've heard that Kishane has been doing some crazy things in training. So that's why I said before, we're gonna be treated to something special once that 100-meter kicks off. And what I'll be doing is we'll be doing an extensive preview a little bit later on today. So stay tuned for that one. But Shelly and Fraser-Pryce, I think in this semifinal, she'll be just trying to do enough to get through to the final. Will it be a semifinal where she can actually cruise through? But I don't think so. I don't think Shelly and Fraser-Pryce is that kind of person to cruise through her races. She usually go out there and do what she needs to do to get the race won. In the first round, we saw like she dipped below 11 seconds. It's almost as if every time she lines up, she dips below 11 seconds, and she's now made it look like a walk in the park. So Shelly and Fraser-Pryce, again, I expect her to compete and to compete well. Will it be enough for a first place in this semifinal? First place doesn't really matter in the semifinal. You just want to ensure that you make it through to the finals. First place guarantees you getting through to the final. But again, as I said, the competition that's lined up next to her won't make it easy for her any at all. So enough about Shelly and Fraser-Pryce. We spoke about Julian Alfred as well. Let's talk about Shakari Richardson, who's looked immense this season. She's looked imperious. And I think coming into this Olympic Games, the reigning 100-meter world champion, Shakari Richardson, is the one to beat, right? She looked impressive in the first round. We haven't heard anything about Shakari at all. Like, leading up to the Olympics, we haven't heard anything. I think there was one interview where they said the fastest woman in the world. She didn't say anything. She didn't comment. I don't know. I like this Shakari. I think she's way more mature than what we've seen in previous years. And she's allowing her work to do the talking. And by work, I mean she's going out on the track and she's leaving it all out there. And then we allowing us, the viewers, to basically judge her based on her performances rather than her actions on social media. So Shakari Richardson, I think in this semifinal, she is the favorite. And I didn't think I'd even be saying this in a race where Shelly and Fraser-Pryce is, but we have to understand the variables. And even as a Jamaican, you have to be graceful enough to accept the fact that Shakari is in her prime now. She's in her prime while Shelly and Fraser-Pryce is looking to lead the sport. So Shakari, she's on the big stage. She already introduced herself on the big stage. She's been there for a minute, but I think all the drama outside of track in previous years had basically distracted her and taken away from what we knew that she could do. So it's one of those Shakari versus Shelly and Fraser-Pryce. I won't even hype it up as that, because Juliana Alfred, as I mentioned before, she's been having a wonderful season, and with 10.78 as her season's best, we expect her to come out. She looked well. She looked impressive in the first round as well. Let me add that to it. But Julian Alfred, she will be second to Shakari Richardson, in my opinion, and Shelly and Fraser-Pryce will finish third. So 1, 2, 3. Shakari Richardson, Julian Alfred, Shelly and Fraser-Pryce. And as I mentioned a little bit earlier, this semi-final could very well be 1, 2, 3 in any world championship final. The names that I just mentioned, the 1, 2, 3, these names are podium names. And when I say podium names, I mean they'll show up at any championship and they can deliver based on what they're capable of doing. They can deliver times that get them on the podium. So Shelly and Fraser-Pryce, Shakari Richardson, and Julian Alfred. I think Shakari wins it. I think it will be very competitive. I think it will be the fastest of the 3 semifinals. But I am not a prophet. I'm just making my predictions. And I'm going to invite you, the viewers and subscribers, to share yours as well. Who do you have winning this one, folks? How do you feel about this particular semifinal? Are you excited? Are you nervous? What are your views on it? We will see if Shelly give us 10-6 time in the semifinal. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. How do you feel? How are you feeling about this semifinal number 2, which has Shelly and Fraser-Pryce, Shakari Richardson, and Julian Alfred? Remember, it's not a case where Shelly gives us. Okay. So I think we must be mindful that Shelly and Fraser-Pryce is looking to leave on a high. Shakari Richardson, she is basically coming to introduce herself on the Olympic stage. As you can see there, the first 2 in each semifinal and the next 2 fastest time will advance to the final. So first 2 in each semifinal, and then the next 2 will advance. All right, so that's what's up. First 2 in each semifinal, and then we will have the next 2 fastest times making it through to the final. Remember, it's 3 semifinals, so when we get to the final, we will have 8 athletes lining up, and hopefully we will have the Jamaicans in there as well. As we have another big video coming, but what we'll do, we'll save that one until a little bit later on today. So again, turn the notification on. We'll keep these videos coming as the day progresses, and at maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock, we'll do the preview for tomorrow's list of events. Remember, we have Kishane Thompson, we have Oblique Seville, we have Noah Lyle, we have all these quick gentlemen ready to go, and they'll be lining up tomorrow in the 100 meters, the first round for men. So stay tuned for that, as we will be doing a comprehensive preview later on this evening. But semi-final number 2, the thing that championships are made of, these races are races that separate the wolf from the sheep, or man from boy, as Jamaicans would say. So in this particular situation, it will be a separation of the cream of the crop. So we'll be separating them. We'll see who are the elite ones, and we know Shelley and Fraser-Pryce is a part of that elite group. But based on times and what we've seen this season, we haven't seen much from Shelley. We know that Shakari Richardson is in the form of her life, and on the first round as well, what she did, how she did it, comfortably, confidently, I expect her to replicate that again in the semi-finals. So Shakari for the win. That's coming from Halftime TV, and Jamaica's may very well be our best hope at getting a medal in the 100 meters for women. Shelley and Fraser-Pryce, I have her finishing third in this particular semi-final. So let's hear what your thoughts are. Remember, drop those in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys at about 3:30 when we'll be doing another video, and that one is titled What If. So look out for the What If video. Still keeping it on track and field action, as we will be doing all day today. Later on this evening, we'll be doing that comprehensive preview. So turn notification on for that as well. Remember, subscribe as well if you haven't yet done so. Quick Link Shipping and Zivara Enterprise. Big up on yourself. We'll talk soon.